Hey, what up? It's New Age Ja, and welcome back to Mystical Illuminations. So today I want to talk to you, or I want to express more about financial value and where value can be found, and how can value be found upon you or within you. See, there's so many different questions about finances and money and worth and time and opportunity and when not and how not. And the risk of the matter is, the truth of the matter is, there's always two ways. There's always this way and that way. And this one, although may be good, eventually leads to another path. But this one is a little risky and tricky. Which way do you go? It's kind of hard to tell when the divine has placed two in front of you. One apparently or inherently looks good. The other one apparently or inherently looks kind of. And so you're like, which one's the right one for me? And you're like, well, obviously there must be one, because one, it has to be the better one. But then in that case, why would the divine present two? Although they're risky, maybe a little bit more bumpy and out of control, it does hold its merits, right? I mean, there's a calling and an in-between the haves and the bulbs of reality. See, value is inherently knowing that you are supported by the divine Holy Spirit, that you are supported by your divine ancestors, those who've had the best wishes and intentions for you. So which one is better? Which one is worse? I'm afraid I'm taking a risk. I'm afraid I'm taking a chance, but deep down inside of me, I just have to jump. I just have to look. I just have to take a chance to look over the cliff. Oh my God, my whole life flashes before me, but oh my, does it look so organized and wow, nice and safe, and oh my God, it looks clean. Why would I be looking over there instead of looking over here? Which one is it now? That's a hard one. A part of me and the pole wants to go kind of over here, but then there's a newer aspect, a daunting aspect that definitely shows itself down below. And the consequences in action seem quite heavy. I mean, to say that I'm intimidated is to say the least. When is delusion and illusion a loss of separation of what could be and the potentials, if not fallen? Here's a lily pad, take a jump, make a leap in midair. Lily pad, oh my God, I'm afraid because one misstep. And I'm falling and I'm falling and I'm falling. And then I go and I believe, right, that the heavenly divine has a spirit for me, okay, has an essence for me, has a place for me, and that another lily pad, much bigger and grander, is found below to boop, gently catch you. But oh my God, was the free fall so scary? Was the free fall so unnerving and like a wrecking? And it's an aspect of insecurity within me that I need to defeat, that I need to overcome. For I know that I have intrinsic value, that I know I have a heart and a love that trusts my beloved heavenly divine Father and Spirit, Mother included. But when does the line of delusion and illusion appear? I mean, can we tell the difference? How can I love and worship and believe with such reverence, with such like fervor? How can I express myself without so much like love and drama? And I mean, that means I need to pass that line of ego. I need to go to the other side. I mean, I guess there's a boundary and a line. So which way do I go? How do I seek? Oh, I'm blindfolded, but my heart still speaks. Ooh, oh, is that my gut a little bit? Oh, but it's a nervous wreck. It's in a bunch. What does your heart say? What does your heart say? My heart says, take a leap of faith. Oh my God, did I just say that? Oh, take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith. But if you take the leap of faith, you have to fight the urge to feel guilt, fear, withdrawal, paralyzation, the lack of moving and thinking, the immobilization of fear. For if you choose to take a leap of faith, then there's no room for all that other madness. I mean, at the end of the day, you are a creator. You are creating. And so, with willpower, as you ask and as you seek and as you trust and as you jump, the creation of your fears is also precedent. Not because the divine does not have the ability to counteract it. It's that as you given free will and action, as you dream and as you perceive, is as you create. There's a freedom and a leverage in allowing you to move around. I mean, take the workload off, why not? But the more light that you give, the more love that you give as you open and transform your darknesses or your weaknesses in the dark. If we allow ourselves to come face to face with these and disarm them and transform them in the act of fueling the higher vision and the higher power. For as when you take a jump off the cliff, we may not know what's going to unfold. We just know that our heart, our soul, our gut is calling us in a different direction. And right now is a huge, huge, huge challenge and opportunity for you to choose. How risky does it get? How risky does it get? I mean, South Node in the 5th house, one would say don't take any risks, but the North Node in the 11th says windfalls. So which one is it? When a windfall presents itself, is it up to you to take a risk? What risk is that? The risk of changing your whole entire life. The energetic form takes on a whole new life, and you've requested the new journey, the journey. And so there are acts of surrender where choosing is to choose. And boy, oh boy, with so much fixed energy, there's really a tense quality of not choosing, stifling you. Again, immobilizing you. Where you don't make a move, or you don't make a choice. Where you stay in your perceived comfort and safety. I mean, Uranus and Taurus is doing everything to shake that up. So, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Is it good for me to follow where I'm uncomfortable and where the safety is there? I would say it's there. It's definitely there. But when the modes of safety change, we might not be used to it. We might be afraid to get used to it because we felt safe and secure one way. And it's like getting a whole new security and alarm system installed. And you don't know if you trust it because it's something new. And you've always been with your tried and true. And so there's a nervousness there. That this new system may not work. And that it may break. And you got to build some type of rapport with it, eh? If you accept the download. If you accept the download of what's being shaken up. Finding value in your group dynamic is possible when you know what you have to offer. See, the net of Aquarius offers multiple individual bodies, but each one of them having a unique gift and expression. See, there's no markers of greatness when it comes to your expression, as your expression is soul and unique. What is my natural expression? Well, what is it that you do every day that isn't compulsive from the mind? Being led and driven and pulled from your gut center, from that stomach area, literally, the very top. You can go like down into it at a slight angle. It's above your belly button, right? In between your diaphragm, little, yeah, it can start there and it goes center, and it can go pretty deep. It can, this one in particular. Being led and pulled from there, although it may be scary. And so allowing yourself to express that without fear and limitation. And you'll notice that everyone in the net, in the group and the group net, there's a little bit of something that everybody has to offer, whether it's just the expression in their uniqueness or the actual thing that they have to give. There's value in either one, and you can learn from either one, which means that your natural expression, which does not require thought, just allowing yourself to be led by your inner compass and direction, will you then find your value? And once you tap into that value, you have no choice but to become an automatic beacon, because you now have a piece of the puzzle that is missing, because there could be 1,000 pieces and you've succeeded and placed all of them, but the whole net or the whole puzzle is not valuable or a failure because of a one missing piece. It can be perceived that way. And yes, a totality missing something is not a totality. So, you are the missing piece. You are the missing link. Allow your unique expression to happen and occur. Take risks, chances, and opportunities in regards to what you have perceived as safety and comfort. There is a seismic shift in the way that money is being distributed. Allow yourself to trust and hone in on the process, for larger forces are at work. See, an opportunity has presented itself to you. And are you going to respond to the call? It's time to allow yourself to flow from the inside out. See, there's always a challenge. A system always has to be challenged. The system always has to be challenged, because a system that isn't changing becomes potent in its expression and can require less and less light as it feeds on itself. And then which turns inherently bad and not good, kind of like something stale, or something like a piece of fruit or bread, gone, no good. After a few days, you've lost it. It's turned inherently not good. Something that could have been so great for you. Geez, this is a big message. I really needed to hear this message. I really needed to be a part of this message, because these are questions and answers that I seek, and they're big issues. They're really big issues in question. Let's get a card from the Astral deck. Look, I didn't even have to. 12th house, escape. Okay, that's a very Neptunian fog, right? The line, the boundary is missing. The 12th house energy is where we surrender, where we go to kind of let things be found onto the spiritual guides, 8th house. So you have 8th house where you find the boogeyman. Or your boogeyman. Men's. In the 12th house is the purity, the cleansing effect after facing the darkness, the choices, the risks, the big money. Big money is found in the 8th house. Big money is found in the 8th house. And the 12th house is hidden, unseen. You're in the back. It's where our ancestors and our beloved spirit guides and our angel guides, this is where they support us. This is where we access them. This is where we go to sleep. We go to sleep in the 8th house. Some of us be trying to stay in the 4th house, and then all of a sudden they catch themselves in their 8th house, and they're having like really bad nightmares. And so when you went to sleep in your 4th house, you meant to go chat and chill in the 12th, but sometimes we end up over here. And it's a necessary cycle, but this combination here we can deceive ourselves with negative emotions. We can deceive ourselves with negative notions. We can really wreak havoc. And so we have to be mindful in what emotional, energetic state we're in. The 12th and the 8th houses are water houses. They're subconscious houses. They're deep, unseen. Then we have Leo, the will, but then also the sun, coming to illuminate this. Here in the 8th house, we find inheritances, loans and money, and then we have it being shined on. And then we have the hidden or unseen. The sun is said to be a malefic because it burns anything it touches. But in the same token, it illuminates and blesses and brings life and prosperity. I mean, the sun is a life force energy. Sun in the 8th house, 12th house, facing. This is water. So this is facing spiritual matters, emotional matters, ancestral and karmic matters, and shining your light onto them. Trusting in the soul. We make it whatever we want to make it. And we're making it into something right now. Because I had a question and a dilemma. And I seek to receive the answers. I'm allowing myself to serve as a divine spiritual guide and mouthpiece. Despite my imperfect human behavior. Let's see. I wouldn't be human if I knew it all. I want to get a couple more astral cards. Let's keep it going. So we have the 12th house, escape, the 8th house, endings and beginnings, and then we have Leo, the will. This is sacrificing, allowing that new beginning or end or risk to unfold, which will then bring you into yourself further and further, because it's, you know, in life you do have to take risks in order to unfold. See, it's that stagnancy that doesn't allow us to shed the skins and bounce against life that actually shapes and molds us, and also allows the pieces to crumble so that we are revealed more and more through the process. We have the North Node, life's purpose. I mean, your life's purpose, in order to find it, you will have to learn how to surrender and take a chance and take a leap into that 12th house. You don't always know what you're going to find, but you know that you're looking for the blessing. And you're there to uncover your life's purpose, your North Node's life purpose. Yes, we're being reassured that we have blessings in these new beginnings and endings where money is coming to you in fruition, but more so your value, your purpose, your life's purpose. And understanding that escaping this life purpose or sabotaging this life purpose is by not allowing ourselves our true expression. For how we express ourselves is how we're going to nourish and transform others. This is a big job, and it can't be done on its own. Taking a leap of faith. Asking the Lord for blessings. Knowing that the I am, that the heavenly divine spirit will answer, will proceed. It's a big act of faith here. I think it's this one. It'll come up again. Solar eclipse, revolution. This one always comes up. This is a major ending. Like, this is a big life cycle being closed out. Like, it's like a death unto itself, the solar eclipse, because we have the will here. And so the sun being eclipsed, causing this death and transformation, going into the darkness, into the unseen, in order to retrieve our life's purpose, North Node, and blessings. Something is completely phasing out, and it's scaring the living daylights out of me. I'm not even gonna front. So just like you gotta take a chance, I'm gonna take a chance and be a fighting soldier in spirit. Because if the other side is crumbling and dying, then the other must thrive. So then we can later on turn around and nourish and feed those very scorned and burned grounds. The life will continue to rotate. Earth will continue to move. Life was not conceived without risk and challenge. Without risk and challenge. The Grand Cross, the Provoker, talk about challenge and risk in order to break the cycle. So, yeah, I mean, that was intense. My kids are beginning to rile up. This has been a long enough video. And that was really intense. I'm probably going to, no, I am going to rewatch it and get some of the messages back in return for myself, because I'm burning from deep within, but I'm also feeling so close to God. I mean, whether that's life or death, and changes that it can never be looked back upon. The Six of Cups. Ooh, this is love. This is sweet, sweet, loving combination, melting, euphoria, memories. We have the Hanged Man, sacrifice. Allow yourself to flow into deep thoughts. Allow yourself to sit in your happy, loving, longing emotions of something past. But not only has it passed, but it's something that you dreamt of or thought of in the past, and it felt so good. It could have been a dream or a potential, and you never saw it through. Somehow there is an ending put to that. Well, the Six of Cups could also be a facade, as it is a memory, and we are surrendering to and putting ourselves in this place where healing and death and resurrection can happen and take place. It's like a sedative or something that like puts you to sleep so that you don't experience the transformation occurring. We have Leo and the will and blessings. The will bring you your blessings, will activate your blessings. Solar eclipse, revolution, 8th house, endings and beginnings. I mean, something is being clipped away, and we have to surrender to that process, this risk, this change. Looks like you've made the option already. You've surrendered already. And here we are, just hoping and keeping ourselves in the positive space until we receive the manifestation. We have performed with confidence and have shown our act of confidence and loyalty. And we put ourselves in the position of receiving. Six of Cups, this is giving and taking, receiving. And this is blessings, a grand trine. This is psychic energy as well. This is spiritual, psychic, mediumistic energies. The 8th house is mediumship. The water trine is showing you ease and that understanding and seeing the emotional, spiritual realms. And then we have the North Node's purpose, death, and the 12th house escape. So we got to say goodbye to our old selves in order to be resurrected into that life's purpose. And it's not an easy thing. It's something that you have to push and jump into. And we have the Provoker here. I mean, there's edgy energy all around, and there's, you know, it's a big chance, a big risk, but we got to do something to get out of where maybe we were too comfortable in our blessings. Because the Grand Trine also shows where we experience things with ease, and where we may overlook and not move and stay too still or comfortable, or not act upon it, or not juice our Grand Trines as much as we should, because we're too comfortable and we're not willing to kind of shake the boat. I mean, we have a trine and then we have a cross. It's like, no, it's not happening. There's 2 points of tension, like pulling this comfort triangle apart. And can we get a card to wrap this up? I mean, this is an amazing reading. What is the outcome of our risks and changes? What is the outcome of our risks and changes? I mean, huge ending energy, fearful energy, letting go of fears, surrendering to our fears, offering up our fears, you know. I'm not using them as an escape in order to pursue or step into our power and pursue this, our life purpose, and, you know, avoiding any type of provoking energy, whether it's provoking ourselves or provoking others. We do have to kind of rub some bows around here and take a chance and fight a little. Can we get an ending card to sum up this reading? Have we gotten all of your messages across? Has the message been delivered? Okay. So we have 5 of Swords. The message has been delivered, but some mental work is still required. See, there's still a mental conflict in your mind, and you got to fix that kink there. It's a little bit of a kink. Fix the kink. Ooh. We have the Strength card. So we have the 7 of Cups, making a choice, not being overwhelmed with all of the decisions that we have to make, or the choices or the options, not getting too drunk on love and power, and then just kind of becoming victim, falling victim. Nah. We're releasing that and standing in our power and claiming what is ours, right? There's a major shift happening right now. The Wheel of Fortune, oh my God, brings luck, brings fame, brings Jupiter, expansion, money, 8th house, more money. Oof. Shaking it up, getting what we've came here to do. The purpose is here. Oops, nope, we want the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay, an old wish or fantasy is coming into play. You've done well, you've surrendered. Although you are imperfect and there's still some mental kicks you need to work out, change is happening either way. Just stay on your P's and Q's. Your light will be reborn, and you'll be coming out through to the other side. See, here you're incubating, getting ready to come out the 1st house and to shine and to step into yourself. I feel like I want to get some more. This reading is really kicking it, huh? So what was that? So we got to work out our mental kinks. But we had the Strength card. We had the 7 of Cups, which is like debauch, too much of something. You know, not using your resources wisely, or abusing a resource, or not being realistic, or being held back by griefs and sorrows. And to make sure that what you're wanting isn't rooted in lusty, ill-minded behaviors. See, where your mind at is what's going to expand and contract. And so the light from there must be good. It must be pure. It must be clean. So come to terms with that and work out these inner mental conflicts. You have the strength and you have the support. You have the strength and you have the support. But on the other side, it looks equally as kind of scary, right? But this is the roads. This is the duality of life. So what we're saying is make a decision. Make a decision and stick with it and ride through it wholeheartedly. Fucking ride, because we need to trust our lives. And yeah, most of it is logical, but a good percentage of it is not. So with that being said, are we done with this reading? Are we done with this expression? Have we completed the expression? Have we retrieved the answers? Is there anything else you'd like to say, my divine Holy Spirit? My divine lover and counterpart? Anything else you'd like to say, my dear? Never condescending. Never. This one. Oh, I just flip that over. 9 of Wands and 4 of Wands. It's a battle still, and a battle not quite won, but hold your character, hold your poise. The 4 of Wands is victory after a very long, hard fight. Oh, look who's back there. The lion. And we have success, balance, completion, perfection, mastery. We will fly. Stay balanced, stay in check. But remember who you are. I'm going to close the reading out there. I hope we made like a full revolution and completion. Remembering that you have value within a group. This allows you time and space and makes it so that you can breathe, because what you have to offer is enough. There's enough to go around, and everyone has a part. Everyone has something to offer. And it is equally valuable. So learn to relax a little bit and kind of fall back into place. In that sense, that is. And from there, the gambler throws his dice, I guess. Yeah. Huge multi-dimensional shift. Huge multi-dimensional shift, as modalities are always present, both sides. Either when, no matter what, the dice is always rolling. For something to exist, the opposite is surely present somewhere. And if there is an imbalance, the particles will begin to shift. And this is when that one particle, that one piece of the puzzle makes all the difference, because it tips the scale right over to where it needs to be. And a new reality is formed. A new reality is blessed. Value is intrinsic within you. Don't let anybody tell you that you have value and then in the same sentence, in the same token, try to strip you of it. Watch out for them. Watch out for them. Watch out for them, because they out here. Stay in your power. Stay balanced. And take a risk. Take that risk. I'll talk to you soon and later.